Wow, such spectacular views here. Good morning, everyone, and welcome aboard the Seabee Traveler Channel. I've been in Tucson on business for a couple of days, and before I head into the office again this morning, I wanted to stop by the historic St. Augustine Cathedral in downtown Tucson. And then on the way home, I wanted to stop by Picacho Peak State Park and check out the campgrounds. And there's some viewing trails that you can go on to, so we'll take a look at those. But first, let's get over to the cathedral. I really like looking at old architecture, so while I had a little bit of time before I head into some more meetings, I wanted to stop and take a look at this cathedral. It's just it's up here just a little ways, and let's see. I gotta have to get over here, get around this truck. Hey, duck! Was that a gunshot I heard? Holy cow! I didn't bring my flak jacket for this trip. It's just up here a little bit on the right. You can see the cathedral right up here. Yeah, there's a lot of history here. Check out those spires. I've driven by here a couple times as I come down here. I like to look at it, get an idea maybe for pictures or something. But I'm gonna get parked. Let me see. We'll pull up here. I think this is the parking lot. All right, so I found the parking lot. I'm just gonna pull up here, find a spot to park, and then I'm ready to get out and walk around, take a look around the church. Yeah, I do. I really like looking at old architecture, and this ought to be a fun one. I've got a little bit of history on it, so I'm excited to see what it's like. Yeah, the history on this goes way back. The original chapel was constructed in 1776, and over the years, it kind of fell out of use by I think it was in probably the mid 1800s. It wasn't being used anymore, so the Catholic Church sent somebody out to take a look at it and see what needed to be done to get it back in working order. And look at that. Look how pretty. Look at the detail. And all the birds just chirping. Has a real peaceful vibe. I could just sit here and listen to the birds. Yeah, well, that's nice. Let's take a look at this building behind me. Diocese of Tucson, 1868. Yeah, I think this was the one of the original buildings when they decided to start adding on. This was one of the buildings for dorms and offices. Anyways, let's work our way up to the front. Check out this view. Well, that's awesome with the way that it's the light shining, early morning light shining on it. That's pretty. And then you have the stained glass windows lined by, looks like precast concrete. And then, oh, another bigger window up here too. Stained glass. Wow. Yeah, let's get up to the front here. Get up front here so you can get you a better view of the facade. Look how the sun is hitting these Palo Verdes. It's kind of a neat little, see, not so good from this angle. Well, all right. Let's see. Take a look at this. Yeah, here we go. The facade. Take a look at that. For the building itself, after service, they didn't have a place to worship. So after services, they would, the father and the parishioners would go over, get the adobe bricks and bring them back and just start stacking them up. So he's like, all right, service is over, now get to work. So over the next 5 or so years, they eventually got the church built, and 1868 is when they had what they call the cathedral completed. That lasted about 30 years, and in 1897 the church was rebuilt. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it in post-production so you can see what it looked like after the 1897 remodel. In a little bit I'll get up a little bit closer to check out some of the detail so I can critique it, because that's what I like to do. I like concrete work. But yeah, I'm going to try and get across the street and give you another view from across there. I'm getting here just the right time. The light is just hitting it. There's nobody here. It's probably, I don't know, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not too crowded. Look at that. Get up here, get a good center on view. Yeah, like that. Now originally, like the turn of the century, they finally got it rebuilt. And originally it was designed to be Gothic. So it's got those big tall spires, but they never completed the spires. So in 1928, it took on the shape that we see today. It was inspired by a cathedral in Mexico, and it's known as a Mexican Baroque form. So I thought that was interesting too. And in a restoration project in 1966 through 68, they completely demolished and rebuilt the church, except for the 2 towers and the facade that you see here. Alright, let's see if we can get a little closer look. I'm not really going to critique it, I was just kidding. But, wow. That is some super good detail. Looks like some of that's cast stone. Like a combination of maybe some stucco and some cast stone detail. Wow, look at that. Pretty. Let me see if I can come over here. Take a look at this statue on this pedestal. Let me come around here. I think maybe I can read the plaque a little bit better. Wow, just beautiful. I like that stonework. It looks really nice. Wow, this is beautiful this time of the morning. And we had a storm last night, so a lot of the clouds are just blowing away now. So we can head back. Another cool thing, we can't go on the inside, but they have a crucifix that was carved over 600 years ago, and that's on the inside. And over the years, there was a couple small little remodels, and 2011 is when the final restoration was done. They spent over $1 million restoring it. So I gotta say, they did a really nice job. Let's come back here and take a little look. These are probably the offices, and looks like they need a little bit of stucco work there. Here's another view, a little bit different angle of the colonnade, the cactus garden here. Wow, pretty. When I was walking back here, I noticed across the street behind me, looks like some kind of Christmas, or some kind of Christmas thing they're getting ready for. So I thought maybe it would take a quick second and walk that way, see what they got over there. Yeah, it's just right across here. all Christmassy, so it got my eye. And I have a second, so I'm gonna. Oh, it's a skating rink. Oh, how cool. Growing up in the desert like I did as a kid, we didn't have skating rinks like this. But this is, oh, this is cool. I know they do this in Phoenix sometimes too, where they'll have an ice skating rink. Yeah. Well, this would be kind of cool just to be out, nice chilly, probably chilly 50-degree night in Tucson, and get some ice skating in. Have some refreshments over here on the picnic tables. A nice view of the cathedral. Wow, look at that. Just built it right around the parking, the parking meters. So yeah, they close this street down to do this. There's down to one lane each way, I think, on the other side. Let's see, yeah, I think this is about as far as it'll go. Yep, refreshment area. Tucson Holiday Ice. See if I can get a little bit closer over there. Barrels holding the lights down. Yeah, I can imagine just ice skating and then coming over for a little gingerbread house. Coming over here and getting some hot chocolate or coffee to drink. Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. Alright, well, let me head back to the truck. I got a couple things to do, and I will meet you guys back on the road. Well, that was fun. I learned a lot. I know it was kind of confusing with some of the dates and all the refurbishments, but I had a great time. Woohoo! Meetings are over, and I am free for the weekend. Feel like a kid just getting out of school for the weekend. But yeah, here is Picacho Peak, and I'm kind of gonna refer to it as Peak because Picacho in Spanish is peak. I don't know why. It's redundant, but now that I know that, I can't unknow it, so I'm always gonna think of it as Peak. But there's a state park here, and I've been here a couple times. They have a really nice super bloom in the spring. They're known for that. The times I've been here in the spring, it's been really crowded. But I haven't been here in the winter, so I just kind of wanted to see what it was like, what the crowds are like, and that way you can kind of see. Yeah, so there's the main gate off in the distance, just at the base of those mountains. And here are the campgrounds. You can see the A, B, and C loop. And then there's also the rustic. Yeah, just look at that rain coming in. That's blowing in from the west. Yeah, that looks so beautiful. It's just a flat desert. And you can see a little bit more clear skies. That's I-10 heading towards Phoenix. And it's been a lot better since they've widened that to 3 lanes each direction. Before it was a bit of a pain. And that peak in the distance is Newman Peak. I just love the desert when it's partly cloudy like this, after a storm is blowing through. It's just really beautiful. And here is I-10 back towards Tucson. And I'm sure those people that transit from Phoenix to Tucson for work appreciate that 75-mile-an-hour speed limit. And then here we are back at Picacho Peak. Alright, let's go check it out. Picacho Peak State Park, aka Peak State Park. Yeah, like I said before, I've been here probably 2 or 3 times. It's I don't know, it's probably 50 miles north of Tucson on I-10 as you're driving from Phoenix to Tucson. And it's always so pretty to drive by, and I always want to stop, but usually I have something else to do and I can't. But today I have a little bit of spare time, so I wanted to drive through and show you guys what it's like. Picacho Peak is open year-round, and some places and campgrounds will they'll close down for the summer if there's not enough traffic. But here they get enough, especially with the freeway close by, that they stay open year-round. All right, well, I'm going to pull up here. I'm going to turn my mic off while I pay.
We do not have, well, yes, actually we do have a veterans. If you have a military ID, it's half price. It would be $3.50 to come in for the day. Okay, all right, well, enjoy yourself.
All right, the mic's back on. At least the lights are saying it's on. Yeah, so it's $7 for day use, and because I have my military ID, it was only $3.50 for me to get in. They don't let you use too many passes. There's no senior passes, no national park passes will work here. They do offer a state parks pass for Arizona that you can use, but yeah, veterans and state park pass, about all you can use. All right, so just up here is a loop. Last time I tried getting up this loop, it was so crowded you couldn't park. It was during spring bloom, and I happened to be passing by, and it was probably 11 o'clock in the morning. So it was really busy at that time. So yeah, I think it's just right up here. There's a nice, yep, this is it. Yeah, I'm gonna cruise up this loop a little bit. We'll get down to the base of that mountain. But you can see on the left here, these ramadas, you can reserve those, and they're $25 a day plus the entrance fee. But they'll hold up to 40 people. They've got electric to them. The restrooms are close by. So that's nice. Yeah, the sun is a little bit of a glare from the sun, but it's gonna be nice. Yeah, so from here on, it's one way, and right up, you can see this is where the parking starts. You can parallel park along here, and there's nobody here today. I wonder what happened here. Is that water? Maybe water spilled on the something. But anyways, here's just right up here is a parking lot. Not a lot of parking spots, but it's a little trailhead so that you can hike up into the hills a little bit and enjoy the spring flowers. Yeah, there's still a couple more spots up here. Like I say, it's not too busy right now. Look at that off in the distance. You can see the peak back there. Love that. I just love that wide open Sonoran desert, partly cloudy. What a view. Alright, so that'll be it for this loop. We'll just head back down to the main drive and head on over to the campgrounds. Picacho Peak is right around 2,000 feet elevation. Phoenix is around a little bit less than 1,100 feet, and Tucson is about almost 2,400. So it's in between, about halfway. A little bit cooler than Phoenix. Not that means much. When it's 110, it might be, I don't know what, 107 here. But hey, every degree counts, I guess. Wow, look, the sun's just starting to hit these mountains just right. You get the shadows, get some depth in there. Oh, there's someone hiking. Yeah, they have trails all over the place. And there's one that follows this road, and there's some that goes off into the hills. There's probably five trails, and they vary in difficulty. Some are real easy for kids. They go up to a little cavern in what we got here, another little loop. Well, let's see what this loop is like. I didn't go up here last time, so we're gonna find out together what this one's like. Yeah, last time I was here when it was so busy, I decided to just keep going down to the Sunset Trail. But this looks like a really small little loop. So yeah. Let me see up here. Yeah, it just turned around. So there's trails. Looks like there's trails you can park and go off up into the hills. That's what's nice about this park. If you're going to camp here, you have more to do. You can hit the trails. You can ride your bikes around. Tucson isn't too far away, and it's kind of like Lost Dutchman State Park down in the Superstition Mountains. There's tons of trails down there too. Let me see. Yeah, we'll get up here, take a left, and that'll take us over to the campgrounds. I promise we're gonna get to there's one. We'll follow him. I'm sure he's headed to a campground. Not too far from here is Picacho Pass, which was the most western Civil War conflict in 1862. There's a little fight happened. Slow down. You're okay. Yes, there's a Civil War battle happened not too far from here. So if you're camping here, you can run up. It's not too far away. They have a little memorial site for that. That's pretty neat too. All right, here we are at the campgrounds. Finally, huh? All right. Wow. Look at that view. Holy cow. Nice place for camping. The views are just beautiful. But these campgrounds are for RV and tent camping. There is another site for what they call rustic sites. Those are going to be for group camping sites, and we'll head over there in a second. But first I want to kind of show you through this. These all have electric hookups, and they have like 85 sites. Four handicapped is what I saw. So yeah, let's take a route right here. This is going to be loop A. There are 3 loops, A, B, and C. I don't know if we'll hit all 3 loops. It might be a little bit repetitive, but this will give you a good idea. Oh look, you can tell they just got rain today. Yeah, it was pretty rainy this morning, but it's all clearing up nice now. So what's nice about the desert, after it rains, the smell of the desert after rain, can't beat that, I don't think. Yeah, you can see there's a pull through, and they have the sites where you can just pull straight in. Oh, that site has covered picnic tables. Nice. Imagine just eating some sandwiches, looking at the Picacho Peak. Look at this. Look at this setup. That's what I need, huh? I'm pretty happy with my truck. Small footprint. I don't have to pack anything up. Oh, look at this guy. He's backed in there nice. Campgrounds are nice and level, and they don't seem to be too close to each other. There's another pull-through picnic table, but that one's not covered. So if you make reservations, you might want to pick one that has covered if that's what you need, if you want something like that. The sites are $30 a night, and they also have a high-speed internet access for some additional fees. You can use hi-fi or high-speed Wi-Fi. just look at that view, man. Swirls are nice and healthy here. See, there's another pull through. I guess that's what those antennas are right there for the Wi-Fi, maybe Wi-Fi boosts. The Wi-Fi boosts are something new. They haven't had that before. So that's kind of a nice option to have if you need that. Watch some YouTube channels. Oh, and by the way, I guess this would be a good opportunity to remind you to reach down, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't. Alright, so let's take a right here, and this will take us back to the main road through the campground. So let me see here. Yep, take a right here, and then we'll go down a little bit and maybe see Loop B for a second, see if there's any difference there. Yeah, the paths, it's so clean, and the paths to the like the gazebos or to the picnic tables are nice and organized, little rock lined paths. That's pretty. Alright, so here's Loop B. I have a feeling it's just going to be kind of the same thing, but we'll drive down just a little bit and check it out. Make sure. And a couple other things you can do if you're staying here for any period of time. Not too far, probably 15 minutes away, is the Pinal County Air Museum. That's some place I want to go to that I haven't been to yet. I've heard great things about it, and it's almost like a 3 or 4 hour walk around just looking at all the old planes. Most of the time the desert air is so dry that they can keep these planes out there and they're not going to rust away on you. So yeah, this seems to be pretty much all the same thing. So there's a little van. Is that a rental? Oh, that's like a little rental camper van. Well, yeah, it's just the same kind of thing. I'm just gonna head back to the main road, and then we'll go check out the rustic sites. Yeah, that was all the same kind of stuff. So I just didn't want to bore you with all that. Wow, look how that sun is hitting the mountains. Oh, that's so nice. Wish I had my camera ready. But yeah, we're gonna go check out the rustic sites. First, I need to stop, take a break, change some batteries out, and then after the rustic sites, we'll go take a look at Sunset Trail, just on the other side of these hills. Hey, buddy. While I was sitting there, I just wanted to double check on the prices. And in the winter, it's $30 a night per vehicle, and in the summer, it drops down to $25 per night per vehicle. So it's a little bit better for you in the summer months. Let's see up here. Is this where I want to go? Nope. You know, I wanted to take a right there. I'm going to come up here, turn around, because to the right was the dump station. So I'm just going to make a little U-turn right here and then drive through that. See if I can show you that. See, nobody coming. Nice little loop-de-loop. Oh, 3-point turn, I mean. All right, I think I can make this. Yep, here we go. But yeah, just here on the left now is the dump site. You dump your trash off on your way out, and yeah, here's your dump site. So as you're leaving, they have a little bit of water here too. They are having a water shortage right now, so they don't want you filling anything up. That would be the only place I think you can fill up, is at that dump station. Alright, so we're going to head over to the rustic spots. Just look at that view. It seems like a set to an old Western movie. With those big puffy clouds, blue sky. Man. And I gotta say, it's really quiet. With the electric hookups, not too many generators were running. I didn't hear any. And they have their quiet times. So you can see not too far away is the rustic sites. So if you want to get a group of people, go camping together, and don't need all the hookups, you can reserve a spot and come over here. I think it's $15 per night per vehicle, and they give you six. I think it was 6 people per vehicle is what they allow. But there's a catch for these. They're reservation only. They don't have first come first serve on these sites. So yeah, you'd probably just want to. I think you can do it online or just give them a call. Let's see, let's go this way. Just make a little loop here. I just want to do a quick little drive through here, see what the sites are like. Well, nice little pull through spots. Same thing over there as over in the other sites, just no hookups. Yeah, this is something I could do over here. Let's drive up a little bit farther because this is intriguing to me. $15 a night wouldn't be too bad for me to stay and get some spring bloom pictures and be able to stay here. Heck yeah, I'm in. Yeah, nice little van camping there. Yeah, that's interesting to me. I think I will be back for spring bloom. Get some camping here. Have to make sure I reserve a spot. Yeah, when I was thinking rustic, I wasn't expecting paved. Is paved rustic? I guess, with no electric hookups. Well, we have to go right here, and this will take us back to the main drag. And I wanted to get up to the Sunset Trail. So this is the main road through the park, and we're headed over towards the west side of the park, which is where Sunset Trail is. Right here is a little day use parking area. We'll take a quick little drive through here. Yeah, it's just a quick little loop and show you what that's like. Yeah, you'll see there's a lot of camping spots. These are good for RV, where you can just pull straight through. See, there's lots of parking here, and you can stop. There's some trailheads probably, and there's a lot of picnic areas, bathroom, and then there's my lovely Sonoran Desert. Oh wow! Look at that picture with the Picacho Peak up against those dark rain clouds. And this is going to be the main parking area for a couple of the harder trails. Sunset Vista Trail, they're calling it, and Hunter Trail. I'm going to get parked, and I'm not going to hike too far on this one. I'm just going to go up maybe 5 minutes or so. Oh, I see a storyboard. Let's go check that out real quick. Trails close at sunset. Alright. So this gives you some trail information. I've hiked these before. There's one trail that gives you nice, what's this one say? Safe hiking. Yep, for sure. Be safe. It does in like 100 degrees in the summer. So you got to be real careful if you're hiking in the summer, not to get dehydrated. Make sure you carry your water. And so this trail I've hiked on before is probably, I don't know, April, May, and it was during spring bloom. It's probably in the upper 80s, so it's pretty warm. and I happened to come across a rattlesnake that was tucked into a crevice of a rock, and it was right about waist height. I have a picture of it. Look at this view. Man. Still, the sun's hitting it just right. And in the winter months, that low light, the sun doesn't usually get too harsh, so good lights there. Get a little spin around here, kind of show you the area. We're just a little bit elevated on this trail, but it just goes forever back there. Look at that, beautiful. You can see rain kind of coming down off in the distance a little bit. But yeah, this is beautiful to hike, and it's a little bit busy sometimes, but you still gotta be real careful. There are snakes. Even well-traveled trails have snakes on them. I'll find that picture and put it up. My little rattlesnake friend. All right, I think it's time to head back to the truck, and we'll get out of here. Little parting view of Picacho Peak. You can actually climb to that peak. The hardest trail takes you up there. It actually has a cable, and there's some slippery areas on the rocks, and you have a cable that'll help you get up there. I haven't hiked that one yet. It's on my bucket list of things to do, so maybe on a spring bloom I'll combine camping, getting some spring bloom pictures, and hiking up that hill. Here we are back at the entrance. This is a visitor center. Stop here. Yeah, this visitor center has also a park store in there. It's a little bit of convenience. You can get some souvenirs, that type of thing in there. But, well, I really enjoyed this. I found something out. I found out a good place to camp for my spring bloom, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. If you did like it, just remember to hit that like button. If you didn't like it, just show me how much you didn't like it and just hit it twice. That'll really show me. But yeah, it really does help the channel, so I really appreciate it. Alright, well that's going to do it from Picacho Peak State Park, and just remember, never say goodbye, always see you later.